Daily Download.
A new report on lifestyles of the rich and famous. It takes a goat to fix an airplane. And our weekly look at the movies.
Call them off.
Why should I?
Because you're not all bad.
Yes, I am.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of your Daily Download. I'm VOA's Todd Grosshans. A new report out says rock and pop stars are more than twice as likely as, say, people like you and me to die an early death.
They tried to make me go to rehab. I said no, no, no.
Researchers at John Moores University in Liverpool looked at over 1,000 of these stars over the last 50 years. 100 of them died young during that time span. The average age of death was 42 for the American rockers, 35 for the Europeans. Now here's the really unbelievable part. It seems the cause of a large slice of these premature endings was drugs and alcohol. No, really. Not to be too morbid, but things aren't looking real good for some current rock popper types. Britney and friends have been to rehab. Amy Winehouse was in the hospital last month with an overdose of an assortment of drugs.
They tried to make me go to rehab. I said no, no, no. Yes, I've been black, but when I come back, you'll know.
So how many people do you suppose worked on a report that tells us rock and rollers party too much? Substance abuse is one thing, but an occasional cocktail is another, especially if you're thinking of flying Nepal Airlines. The Nepal Airlines 757 had some technical problems, so what did airline officials do? They sacrificed 2 goats to appease the Hindu sky god. The goats were whacked in front of the aircraft at the airport in Kathmandu in accordance with Hindu traditions. Officials say the aircraft has resumed flights. There was some crazy talk in the local media that the problem was an electrical fault. So say you're a Nepal airline mechanic, there's a problem and you have to decide wrenches or goats, wrench or goats. Weekend. From Nepal to southern Bulgaria, where Orthodox Roma folks, also known as gypsies, celebrate the Feast of the Assumption of the Virgin Mary. Lots of eating and drinking, of course, but it's all business for most of the teenage girls here, dancing in front of single young men in hopes of attracting a husband. The guy has to pass muster with the girl's parents. The boy's parents have to pay a dowry. So the girls look for the richest boys. So what else is new? Yes, it's that time again to take a look at what's coming your way on the silver screen. First up, 3:10 to Yuma.
Just you left, Dan. Just you and your boy.
This town's gonna burn! Call them off.
Why should I?
Because you're not all bad.
Yes, I am.
It's Arizona in the late 1800s. Outlaw Ben Wade, played by Russell Crowe, and his murderous colleagues are captured. Rancher Dan Evans, played by Christian Bale, volunteers to get Ben on the 3:10 train to Yuma for trial. Could it be that along the way we find out Ben isn't as sociopathic as at first thought? We're not telling. This is a remake. The original was made in 1957. Critics call it authentic, compelling, tense, and rugged. It's a good old-fashioned Western with edge. Gotta love that. Next, another shoot-'em-up movie called Shoot 'em Up.
Tell me where the woman and child are, or I will be forced to cause you considerable agony.
Nothing could be more painful than listening to you jabbering on and on.
Clive Owen stars as Mr. Smith, a mysterious loner who stumbles into a gun battle and saves a baby mid-delivery. The mother is killed, leaving the infant with Smith. He soon discovers the assassins were not after the mother, but the baby. Smith, a hooker friend of his, and of course the little bundle of joy, all on the run from a relentless nutjob played by Paul Giamatti. Shoot 'em Up is a spoof. Critics get the joke, and most of them like this flick, but some say if you're looking for plot or character development, don't go near this thing. And finally, speaking of jokes, let's look at the Brothers Solomon.
Are you ovulating right now?
This is our first date. That's none of your business.
I'm about to make it my business.
Marry me.
No.
To fulfill their dying father's wish for a grandchild, 2 imbecilic brothers embark on a mission to find mates and start families. Their clueless ineptitude with women bounces them from one ridiculous situation to another. Will they find a woman brainless and desperate enough to enter into parenthood with them? I'm not saying, but here's a hint. The internet. From the trailers, to me, this movie looks bad, folks, quite bad, even if it does have the talented Will Arnett playing one of the brothers. Will Forte plays the other brother. That's a look at what's coming our way on the silver screen.
Talk to America. T2A on the web.
Wednesday, September 12th on T2A, meet public policy specialist Elaine Kmart at 18 hours Universal Time. Send advanced questions to chat@voanews.com.
Interactive chat every week with people who make a difference in our world.
You can find the latest news, big or small, from around the world on our website 24 hours a day at www.voanews.com. Check it out. From the Voice of America newsroom, I'm Todd Grossens.